ride with me. In studying this passage, there was a couple of key things that stuck out. And First Lady was talking about last week about filtering your relationships.
Amen.
The people who you hang around with, the people who you deal with, from a human side, from a relationship side, between man and woman, a woman and woman, a man and man, friendships, who you should have around. But in this particular case, we see that Jesus is doing the same thing. He's filtering his relationship at a certain point in his life. The word ride is a term that we use in our friendships or in our relationships with our significant other, which means it's an unbreakable bond. This is a person that is close to me. I call my wife my ride or die. My ride or die. My pop and my mom in the back, they've been well married over 30-something years. They ride or die.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what happens. They ride or die. Get a cold leg chopped off, ride or die.
Right.
I'll carry a stump for you. That's what that is. That's what that is. But that term, as much as it's used in relationships, it also can be used in friendships.
Right.
If you've ever been part of a gang in your life, if you've ever been part of an association, those people say, you're my ride or die. I'm going to stick by your side. I'm going to deal with whatever you're dealing with because we share the same color.
Come on, come on.
We share the same ideas. We do the same things. But at some point in life, even the person who said they will be your ride or die, that will end at some point depending on what's happening in your life.
That's right.
What mission you're happening in your life. What God may tell you to do. God may tell you to do something.
Come on.
Which just might have to do something else with your relationship.
Say it. Come on.
But it all depends on what happens with your life. What changes are going on in your life. And we live on earth. We're not physically in heaven right now. We live on a real earth. We breathe real oxygen. There are real decisions that we have to make right now in our lives.
Come on.
So I said, God, give me something natural. Because it's good to be spiritual. It's good. We live in the spirit. We are spirit beings. But when I'm dealing with you for the first introduction, I'm dealing with you as a human. So I said, God, give me something that I can do. He said, look up this phrase. There's a phrase by a gentleman. His name is Zero Dean. And some of you have probably heard of this phrase before. He said, not everyone will understand your journey. That's fine. It's not theirs.
Say that. Say that.
It's not their journey to make sense of it. It is yours.
Come on now.
It is not your ride or die to make sense of the mission or the journey you have to travel on in life. It is yours. It is yours to make sense of what God told you to do.
Say that.
The story was interesting about Zero Dean. Can I read you a story just for a moment? Zero Dean said, I was formerly a computer graphics artist for GameStop, as well as a Los Angeles portrait photographer. I began a unique and multifaceted journey beyond my comfort zone in 2010. He said it was from this journey that I used real life experiences as a foundation for learning and sharing life's lessons. In 2009, during the height of a global crisis, I quit my job as a computer graphics artist, although I was living what I considered to be a comfortable life. I felt like somehow I got disconnected from many of the things I was most passionate about. And more importantly, I felt I was no longer fulfilling my potential or doing what I was supposed to do.
Come on.
Perhaps by being so comfortable was part of the problem.
Wow. Come on.
Rather than living with intention, I accepted the path of least resistance. I read somewhere that life begins at the end of your comfort zone. And immediately I wasn't entirely sure what that meant, but I decided at least for a short while to explore a life beyond comfort.
My Lord, say that.
And that's when my journey began. A journey that turned into the most difficult thing I've ever committed to. It forced me to face challenges I've never expected and completely turned my world on its side. It changed my life, my relationships, my view of the world.
My Lord.
Here's a man that had it comfortable, what we would consider comfortable. Didn't have to change anything. But he made changes and they hurt. But if you notice, when he made these changes, it wasn't something that he asked for permission to do. He just had trouble dealing with the changes. So with this morning's topic, you can't ride with me, strictly means that not everybody is intended to be there for your life changes.
Say that, say that, say that.
Not everybody is meant to be with you when you decide to do that, as Steve Harvey says, jump.
Right.
Do that thing that separates you from the comfortable.
Come on now, come on.
Which brings us to the text this morning. Jesus, up to this point, is coming to the climax of his ministry. He's preparing to be the last sacrifice on earth for humans.
Wow.
Prior to this point, he was healing the sick. He was feeding the 5,000. He was raising people, restoring their eyesight, and raising them from the dead, and blessing them, and just doing miraculous miracles. That is the Jesus that we knew at this time. But the Jesus that is transforming right now is taking the jump.
My Lord, my Lord.
Is coming out of his comfort zone.
My Lord.
He's going to do something that he haven't done in his 33s of ministry yet.
My Lord.
So in the beginning of the passage, it says that Jesus had his disciples, his 12 disciples, and he tells his disciples, sit here while I pray. So the first thing, he told his crew, his entourage, his hang buddies, his people that saw him do what he did and saw him at the highest of heights and the extreme miracles. He said, sit here for a while I pray.
My Lord.
Then he divided. How did he divide, Pastor? The Bible said he took Peter, James, and John with him. With him. So you have your crew. You have the people that know your name. You have people that know your history. You have people that know your story. You have people that see you at your highest exploits and they know who you are, but they don't know who you are.
Right. Come on.
So he left those people. He said, sit here. Now, the people that know me,
There you go.
come with me.
There you go. There you go. Come on.
So, not all of the disciples went to Jesus to the second part. It was just Peter, James, and John.
Come on.
Then, when he took them, that's when you see Jesus get a real human chill up his back.
Come on now.
Because it says he became troubled
Yes.
and distressed
Yes. Come on.
when he took his inner circle
Say
over
that.
here.
Say that. Say that. Come on.
Not everybody can see who you are.
That's right.
Not everybody needs to see who you are.
Right. That's right.
Because not everybody can handle
That's
who
right.
you are.
That's right. That's right.
Once he became troubled and distressed, verse 34 said, he said to them, my soul is deeply grieved, even to the point of death. But yet he still told them, remain here and stay alert.
My Lord.
The Bible says then he went further away. You can't ride with me. He told his intimate circle, the people that he can let his hair down, I feel deeply grieved. I'm in pain right now. I'm hurting right now. I couldn't tell the other disciples. I'm only telling you 3.
Come on, Pastor. Come on.
You're my inner circle. You know what ails me. But this is still bigger than me telling you this. I'm just letting you know where I am emotionally.
Come on, come on, come on.
I'm just letting you know what's going on in my mental facets, what I'm thinking.
Come on, come on.
But even that, I just want you to now stay here. Don't hang with the majority of the crowd. Don't hang with the majority of the crowd. I need you to separate for a minute.
Say that.
Come over here. Leave them over there. But I need you specifically, my team, my ride or die, my friends, my love. Stay here and stay alert. Watch my back.
Say that. Say that.
Watch
Say that.
my back. Verse 35, he says, go a little further.
Yes.
He threw himself to the ground and prayed. Do you see what Jesus is going through right now? What he's feeling right now? The pressure that he's under? We go through life dealing with pressure, problems that we just can't tell everybody. We can't tell everybody. And you shouldn't tell everybody. You shouldn't expose everything. Certain things are only meant for God to hear. Certain things are only meant for God to answer. But it's okay to say, hey crew, I need you to hold me down for a little bit. I need you to stay with me because I'm going through something. Something so heavy that in my 32, 33 years of living, I've never felt this way before. But now, when my life is coming to a climactic end on this earth, I'm feeling some kind of way.